One of my big themes in 2025 is sticking to the system. I've done the same thing in markets for years now. I'm currently up so far in 2025, 5% on my account, which for me is a lot. I'm a relatively low risk per trade type of trader, and I'm working on a decent capital basis. So this is a really good start this year. I am currently long some good, moves on Bitcoin, and I've been trading the S&P 500 and the dollar. So I'm watching a lot of stuff here, but so far, a nice start to the year. I just want to say, again, whatever your system is, make sure you're sticking to it, you're doing your back testing, and this year, let's stay more disciplined and consistent. If you agree with that message, hit the thumbs up button in today's video, and let's get started. Now, when I say stick to the system, I want to clarify the system that I'm using because it is really straightforward and I do not hide behind any sort of secrecy what my trading strategy is. My strategy is a three-part system that is very, very straightforward. Number one, and the most important, is the fundamental analysis core to what I do in the markets. The EdgeFinder is the systematic approach that I use to spot trends in the markets based on economic data. So for example, I am looking every single day at the top setups algorithm, which is taking a look at key charts that I watch and generating bullish or bearish readings. This is where my watch list every single day starts, and it's how I find my trades. Step two is I pull up technical charts and I look for great entries in solid trends. Like for example, this S&P trade that I have is in an uptrend. It came down to a key level support. And the final part of my system is the risk management component, where I am risking small and staying disciplined, taking a portfolio approach and a long-term growth perspective rather than trying to risk my whole account to double it quickly. I'm taking the slow and steady route, and that's why overall in the last few years I've been able to produce the type of results that I have. Consistency and sticking to a system, whether it be the EdgeFinder or something else. Make sure in 2025 you're not throwing around ideas in the markets, but rather you're sticking to a system and trading something you know actually makes money and actually works overall. And if you're a regular fan of the channel, I want to give you your last call opportunity to pick up a copy of the EdgeFinder for 30% off right now. The EdgeFinder allows you to access the same tools and resources that I am using to find the trades that I take each and every single day. And we're currently doing a New Year sale on the product that is ending soon. If you'd like to take advantage of that offer, there will be all the information you need in the description down below of this video, as well as the pinned comment. Don't miss the opportunity to pick up the tools that I'm using to help find the trades that I'm taking every single day in the markets. And with that said, let's jump into the video. So when we talk about being systematic, you guys know I stick to the same kind of watch list day in, day out. I'm looking at indices, I'm looking at commodities, I'm looking at crypto, and I'm looking at currencies. That's kind of where I trade a little bit of everything. So right now, let's do a bit of a pulse check across the whole picture. This week has been a pretty wild one, and we'll start with indices, which have been all over the place. You kicked off this week with a big sell-off across the board on the DeepSeek stuff, the fear that Chinese AI stuff is coming for American technology. And I kind of reiterated over and over on the channel that I still do feel that that was a little bit overblown, and I don't think that we're all going to be speaking Chinese next year. I do think that overall the story is still American innovation and technology is strong. We heard from some key reported earnings last night that really kind of solidified that. For example, you have Meta, which had an exceptional jump here in stock price because their earnings were phenomenal. Oh, and by the way, they reiterated that they still plan on spending a lot of money on AI and staying top of game, which means I don't think the AI trade is dead. You have Meta doing quite well. Microsoft had a little bit of a rougher start here today, down 6% at the time of us recording this video, but the overall story here, still AI spending seems strong. And although the stock is down, we did still get some good earnings numbers out of Microsoft. There was some guidance that may have not been as loved, and the AI components of their company may not have been growing as well. But the point is, overall, still some solid spending for AI that I think is really important to the index story. So stocks to me still look good. I remain long unless we break and close underneath this 5900 area on SPX. As long as we jostle around here, I'm fine to continue holding the position and staying long. And again, we can take a look at NASDAQ. Similar story. Looks overall very strong to me. We've got this upward trend line, key level support I remain pretty bullish on these. For the Dow Jones, I'm looking for a breakout here, and actually this is very top of mind for me because currently on the EdgeFinder we have some very bullish readings for the Dow Jones specifically. This has been a wonderful call here recently. If you've caught that move, then congratulations. That one popped up on the watch list several days back and looks really good. So I like the Dow Jones for a possible break and retest setup here going into the coming weeks. We'll see if we can get it, right? So if value stocks continue to jump, if you get some industrials and healthcare and companies across the board kind of participating, the Dow Jones may really start to actually break out and put in some new highs. That actually looks really good. Russell also up here this morning. I have some trades open currently on the Russell that are looking good, so we'll see if that can follow through to the upside. Gold is officially, guys, at the all-time highs. This is huge news with a massive breakout happening. Let's see how this candle closes. I mean, if you get a long wick off the top here today, be a little cautious, I would say. If you get something like, if you get a close that looks like this, that could be a little concerning. But if we get a strong bodied candle close above the previous nominal all-time high, that is not bad whatsoever. In fact, that would signal, again, on a technical basis, you've got upside potentially. Now, again, I'm not personally trading gold. The U.S. economy looks very strong. Dollar index, I still believe, looks strong as well. So I just have other things that I'm more interested currently in trading than gold. So for me personally with gold, I'm happy to see this. I want the bulls to continue to push this higher. You guys know I'm up kind of a perma bull long-term on gold. But at least for now, price action looks great. Personally don't love the fundamentals so much, and I think a lot of this is kind of trading off of emotion around Trump and Putin and all the geopolitical stuff, which you guys know I don't base my trading off of news headlines. I trade the economic data, right? So that is the core component, as we discussed in the opening sequence of this video. That's the core component to my trading. So I am looking for the fundamentals to shift bullish on gold, but not quite there for me personally. Though technically looking for upside, either area here looks from a technical basis like you could find some buyers, but we'll see how this candle closes today. And while gold looks good, silver looks phenomenal. Check this out. Really beautiful breakout there on silver, kind of consolidated here, retested one last time and has shot off to the races. I've got a bullish position currently on silver as we speak. So I've shorted puts on SLV, which is a silver ETF on the stock market exchange. Nice little push higher here. And with silver moving up, this position is up 90% of max profit since I shorted a put, up around $1,150, which is not too bad. Also, during the Fed meeting yesterday, I also shorted a put on IWM. This is the Russell 2000 index. Both of my Russell short put positions are looking really good here, floating around $1,400 overall. And Bitcoin is not messing around, making a push higher and continuing to get closer once more to retesting those all-time highs. Up a crazy amount on this position, and I just kind of continue to trail stops on it, and let's see how far Bitcoin wants to run. By the way, the brokerage I'm using, Webull, can be found down below in the description, and if you use our specific sign-up links for any of the brokers in the description, you get special sign-up perks. For example, Vantage will give you a welcome bonus, Webull will give you some free shares, Oanda has a welcome bonus. All of the information for those special perks available to my subscribers can be found in the description down below. Speaking of Bitcoin, here's a technical chart. I'm looking for a break across the all-time high. If we can close above there, I am going to look to take this stop loss and move it further into profit. We've got a really nice trade running here, but we need to break this consolidation zone for me to really start moving that stop loss and locking further profit into the position. If we get a close across the all-time highs here, what I'm going to do is take that stop loss and I'm going to put it right behind this key level that we can't seem to break. So again, I wouldn't say that not breaking it, this is bearish or bullish. It's just consolidating. The price is trying to figure out what it wants to do. Let's see if we can get a closure across all-time highs. Dollar index still just kind of sitting at support, not doing a whole lot, but overall I do sort of lean bullish on the dollar. We've talked about this a lot recently, but also on the US dollar side on the EdgeFinder, what you can see is you're getting some bearish readings on things like Kiwi dollar and the Australian dollar. Let's look at those charts. And just to reiterate, the process here with the EdgeFinder is I look at the watch list first. We'll do Aussie dollar and Kiwi dollar as some examples, and we may find something here, we may not. Let's take a look at the Australian dollar, and after looking at the EdgeFinder and see seeing that it has a bearish reading, what I'm personally going to look to do now is mark up this chart with bearish setups only. I'm not looking for bullish setups whatsoever because, again, EdgeFinder confirmation has me looking for bearish setups. So I'm looking at this, I'm saying, okay, where do I want to potentially build a sell position? Well, it would probably have to be on a pullback up into key areas of resistance like this 63.40 level. So I'd watch this up, I'd mark this up and potentially set an alert for myself or just check back in each day. You guys know I'm staring at this all the time, so I don't even really need to set alerts because I'm doing these videos every day, but I'd be looking for a pullback up into that 63.25 level or so for possible sells on the Australian dollar, assuming we still have the EdgeFinder's confirmation. And then the part 3 of this systematic approach is I'm then going to look for sells with a reasonable risk management approach, small sizing, and just going to trade slow and steady as I always do. So looking at Australian dollar for possible sells, but would have to wait for a pullback into resistance. And that's pretty much it. My strategy day in, day out is to continuously do the 1, 2, 3 process. In fact, I talked a little bit about this on the live stream here today. I repeated myself. It was a bit of a tongue twister, but check out when I was talking about my 3-step process in more depth on the live stream. But what I look for is not just a technical chart setup, but also an EdgeFinder confirmation or a fundamental confirmation. So gold does not pass the vibe check for me right now. So I've not been trading gold. And although recently I wish I was trading gold, like I wish I was long on this, for this whole period, I saved myself thousands of dollars just listening to the EdgeFinder and saying, nope, no trade, gonna wait. So I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for the technicals look good, but we need the EdgeFinder's fundamental confirmation for me to actually start taking trades on gold once more. Right now, we are sitting just in the neutral camp. I know that's boring, but I'd rather be bored and not taking trades that I'm not supposed to take than bored so I take stupid trades. That's a silly approach. I'm going to wait for confirmation from the EdgeFinder, confirmation from the technicals, and then I'm going to play the game. But that's how you trade. You don't trade just, oh, gold's chart looks pretty, I'm going to go long, right? Because maybe that does work sometimes, but it looked pretty here. It looked pretty here. Those were fake outs, right? So I need to see EdgeFinder confirmation and some pullbacks into support levels. If we get that combination, you'll see me taking long trades. But right now, no cigar. There's nothing there for me. I can't force trades that I'm not, I've done this for a long time. I have a system that I do not break. I use the same approach over and over. Systematic. Use the EdgeFinder. Look for technical setups. Manage risk. Use the EdgeFinder. Look for technical setups. Manage risk. Use the EdgeFinder. Technical setups. Risk. EdgeFinder. Technicals. Risk. That's what we do. We do that over and over and over. If you're looking for a better brokerage, then stick around for a second. I'm going to tell you how you can get some free sign-up perks with great brokerages all around the world. Whether you trade FX or indices, commodities, futures, all of the above, I'm going to show you a really cool way that you can get free sign-up perks with your new account. So if you're interested in switching into a different brokerage, you can get things like deposit bonuses or free stock shares, or you can even get access to some of our products for completely free. All you have to do to find out current perks being offered to new depositors is go to a1trading.com/brokers. That's a1trading.com/brokers. And as you look at that page, you'll see all these different offerings that we've currently locked down for you guys as subscribers, as viewers. Now, of course, we get something out of this. If you choose to use these links, you'll be supporting our page. But in return for the viewers, we've got great sign-up perks available for you guys so that you get some free game just by signing up for a brokerage if you're looking to do so. So check it out on our website. You can find current deals at a1trading.com/brokers. Thanks for watching this video, and on the screen right now you'll see some other options of other videos we put together that might be helpful to you in your trading career. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.